You'd think that if your first instinct when something scary like that happens and you're panicking out of your mind because you think you might die, you'd think that your first instinct wouldn't be to pull out your phone and start videotaping everything that's happening. Hey humans, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I do videos on creepy and disturbing things. Today I thought it would be fun to react to / analyze some TikTok accounts that supposedly show some haunted stuff. Basically what I'm going to do is explain the TikTok, we'll watch it together, and then we will decide if it's real or if it's fake based on other TikToks, comments, things that we research, etc. All these accounts will be linked below if you want to go check them out or follow them for yourself. Please do not leave anybody any hate comments, whether we figure out if they're real or fake. It's just people creating content. It's really not that big of a deal. So as most of you probably know by now, I am a huge skeptic when it comes to anything that's haunted or paranormal activity and that kind of stuff. I actually don't really believe in it in general, but I would like to. I'm one of those people that I am a skeptic, but I kind of wish that I could experience something for myself that would make me believe it. We're gonna start with the account, The Myth Writer, and many of you have actually probably seen this TikTok before. It was pretty viral at one point. Basically, a woman drives by a house that's known to be haunted in Florida, and we see a little boy in the window, which we think is a ghost. Let's watch it first.
This is the Martin house. Haunted, Panama City, Florida, my first book. And I'm just driving by randomly. Look in the window. Please, somebody tell me you see what I'm seeing. A child. He supposedly, maybe, we're not sure. Stories have changed over the years. Man went crazy and killed his entire family after finding out his wife was cheating with the servant. Hung the servant on a tree that used to be in the front yard that the hurricane took out. But the stories are that the children can be seen. I see a kid.
Okay, so as you heard in the video, it's in Panama City, Florida, and this woman who is a writer went by this house and we saw the little boy. And the story goes that a man killed his entire family in that house because he caught his wife cheating on him, and now the house is haunted. Pretty good story regardless of whether it's true or not. I did Google the house to see if it really was a well-known haunted house, and it does seem to be. According to hauntedplaces.org, it is a well-known house in that area, and everybody who lives there knows of it and knows the story and knows that it's haunted. However, the Smurfit Stone Paper Mill owns that house and they are across the street, and according to hauntedplaces.org, they still have corporate meetings in the house sometimes. That is important because though the house is abandoned or nobody lives there, there's still people that go in and out of it. So who knows what could be on that floor in the window. This is a maybe, I believe it, for me. It could be fake because there are people going in and out. Somebody could know that it's supposedly haunted and they want to freak everybody out, so they put a mannequin or something that looks human shaped up in the window and then they move it from time to time. That would be a very clever prank on the community, in my opinion, and then they get videos like this where it goes viral, or just for fun. It could also be if they're having corporate meetings and that's maybe the room where they're having the corporate meetings, there could just be a chair or something odd set up right there that from a distance you cannot get close enough. It's all surrounded by an 8-foot fence is what the creator of this video said. So you can't get close enough to really see, but it could just be stuff that they use to set up for the meetings up and down. I did read in one place that she said that the little boy or the kid moves from window to window and she sees him in different windows, but we don't have any proof of that and there's no video of him moving or anything. So that's my best guess of what this is. So this is a maybe for me, just because I think since there are people going in and out of the house, it's totally possible that it's just set up, whether it's intentionally set up or not. But on the other hand, the story behind the house is kind of cool. And I do believe that the woman who took the video is genuinely taking the video. I don't think think that she set it up or anything. I think she genuinely went by and saw and said that was creepy, and saw that thing in the window and got legitimately worried about it and took a video of it because she knew the place was haunted. So that was more of a simple one. The second one we're going to talk about is a username called chitsmcgee. I think that's how you say it on TikTok. And it's a man who basically was hearing weird things coming from his bathroom, and so we decided to set up a camera. So at least he explained why he was randomly filming, and we see something in the mirror. So let's watch that one.
So I've been hearing some strange noises coming from this bathroom. And so I'm going to set up this camera to record and see if we catch anything. I've never caught anything on camera before, so I'm hoping that this might be the first time, but kind of sounds like scratches.
So no matter what, that one was really creepy. That would terrify me. And there's something about all these paranormal videos, it's a lot of the times it's something coming into screen and then quickly moving away. Not even as like a jump scare or anything, but just to be scary. And those videos creep me out whether they're real or not. So he calls it a shadow person. He thinks that this is a shadow person haunting his house. I don't know a ton about shadow persons. I should make a video on it probably. This clip itself, I'd be kind of like, okay, maybe, but he of course makes lots and lots of new videos. First of all, he named this thing in his home, which I think is really cute because he named it Peekaboo because of the way it moves in and out of the mirror. And so he took this video of why he called it Peekaboo.
All right, guys, so you wanted an update. So here is the shower. That's where the cat goes to the bathroom, so nobody's in there. Nobody's in the bathroom. Nothing's behind the door. All right, we're turning the light off because it doesn't like the light. Here's my fiance.
I don't want to be on camera.
Okay.
I don't think we should be engaging it.
It's fine. It hasn't done anything. It's not really being too like creepy or anything. It just does. So we've been playing peekaboo. Peekaboo.
And then he has other footage of activity of the shadow person.
I think I fucked up a little bit. Do you hear that? We're in the bathroom again. Nobody's in here. It's just me. Alice is in the bedroom. I'm in the living room watching some TV. Some more stuff's been happening, okay? So we are going to put the camera in the bathroom. I got a little night light. We're going to keep on in here. And we're going to see what's going on.
So after seeing all these videos, if you haven't caught on by now, this is 100% totally fake. I have no question about the fact that this is fake and set up. The doors that are moving, it's always at this weird camera angle that conveniently doesn't show the whole shot, so somebody could easily be off frame opening and closing the doors or have a string attached to the door that they're opening and closing it with. This shadow person, he says in one video, conveniently only likes the lights off, which again makes it very convenient to take footage of some dark figure in the mirror. I think that would just make it easier to set up and easier to edit the video later. His fiance does casually explain, as you saw before, does casually tell him that we shouldn't engage with it, and she sounds pretty genuine. She doesn't really sound like she's acting to me, but that could also easily be set up, or he's playing a prank on his fiance and telling her that it's real, even though it's not. So she's acting genuine, but she doesn't seem that worried about it either to me. But that part's also easily explainable. And then in subsequent videos, he has a bunch of spirit box readings, and it's just very clear that this is for views and to go viral and just to make a kind of an art project. The activity overall is just way too obvious and way too blatant and just way too like big to be real whatsoever. I don't think spirits are slamming doors like that in somebody's home. So I'm gonna call this one easy, fake, fake, fake. However, he did do a good job. I do like his videos. This third one is by a user named Rubik's Cube, and you've probably seen this one as well. This one went also very viral. A lot of people wrote news stories about it, and a lot of people covered this one already, but I dived a little deeper into it, watched a bunch of his videos, and I had a different conclusion than I thought I would. Let me tell you, I really did for a long time while preparing for this video. I thought this one was real. So let's watch the video. So creepy. People are so talented. I don't know how they set up these videos, because that one got me. That one is creepy. I can't imagine watching footage back of myself dancing and seeing something like that in it. No. If you didn't see, I slowed it down too, but there's something on the stairs in the right-hand corner of the stairs that's peeking out, and then it quickly disappears. This one has 3.9 million views right now on the original, and he got millions of more views after that because of this video. Rubik's Cube posts a follow-up video just telling everybody that he's safe and that he's okay, that he's really shaken up, but he's pretty sure that it was not a person behind him, and he shows proof of this because the stairs in his house are really, really creaky, and he shows footage of the stairs being creaky.
99% certain that it wasn't a person on the stairs, because like the stairs are loud. I'll like insert a clip. The audio from the TikTok when I was recording, it wasn't that loud. I definitely would have heard them. The stairs are creaking loud as hell.
So because the stairs are so loud, he would have heard it in the video is what he claims. He did a quick Q&A about the video, and he says he has no pets. He was home alone at the time. Their house is next to 2 graveyards though, so they have experienced stuff like that in the past. Like I said, I thought this was gonna be the one in the video that I said I actually probably believe it, because he did seem pretty genuine. He was posting follow-up videos with some kinds of proof and other stories. And then if you go to his account, one of his more recent videos, he revisited this video, and there's people in the comments that are saying that this is in fact an ARG, and it was an ARG all along, alternate reality game. It doesn't fit the criteria of a real alternate reality game. It's not interactive, so I don't know why people are calling it that, but basically people are saying that he did come forward eventually and say that it was fake. But yeah, I feel really dumb, because I feel gullible, because that really was the one I believed, and then a bunch of people were saying that there was some proof that he said it was fake. I couldn't find this proof myself, but usually if somebody found proof, then it usually really is fake. However, this user, something really interesting, a lesser known video that this user posted is actually way more interesting than this video. So in one of his follow-up videos, he tells a story about how in 2012 or 2013, they were renovating the house, and he was taking a video of the renovations because his grandparents were in a different country and they wanted to see what was going on with it. So he took this video, didn't think anything of it, and then a couple years later in 2015, he was looking back at the video, and this is what he found. Did you catch it? That thing in the window behind the curtain. And so then he said that he posted this on his YouTube channel 6 years ago just to show his friends, and he hadn't thought anything of it until 2015. So I was like, okay, there's no way. He must have just made this recently and he's making this story up. Sure enough, if you go to his YouTube channel that's linked, he has one video on there from 6 years ago in 2015, literally where he posted that video. So he's definitely telling the truth, at least from when that video was made. Now, I don't know if he came forward and said that video was fake, but he seems young. I'm guessing he cannot be more than 21 or 22, but he could be as young as 17 or 18. So he would have been a kid, if not very young, when he made that video. So unless he's some prodigy editor, I don't know how he would have edited that to make it into that. It's possible. Like I said, I'm always skeptical, but an 11 or 12-year-old kid making a video like that just seems pretty, that would be really incredible. It's possible. I slowed the video way down, watched it a lot of times. I could not find any jumps or edits where it was cut. This first story I don't believe because people were saying that it was fake, but this particular video I would still like an explanation on. Staying skeptical, but that video legit creeps me out. If anybody has any possible explanations, happy to discuss it with you and hopefully agree with you. Okay, moving on to Matt Hall 36. So this kid went randonauting by himself, bad move, and he found an abandoned car in the middle of nowhere and then heard some strange sounds. This video currently has 9.2 million views on TikTok.
So I downloaded the app and I thought I'd try it out for myself. It gave me a spot in the middle of the woods that's kind of close to my house, but it looks like it's along ATV trails, so we're on the ATV and let's go see where it takes us. Alright, so we're at the location and this is weird. There's a car just chilling in the woods. How did they even get in here though? Like, there's trees everywhere. There's no way a car could get in here. This car looks super old. What the fuck was that? Holy shit.
Okay, so if that was the only video this guy ever made about this particular thing, then I probably actually would have believed him, or at least believed that that really was a place he went randonauting and he heard a really strange sound that we can't quite tell what it was. But then he made some other videos after that that were just a little suspicious. So he makes this video next where he goes back to the place at night alone and then he hears this. So watch the clip.
Alright guys, I came back to the location that I heard that voice when I was randonauting. See, there's a car there. Is anybody there? Guess not. Alright, I don't know if this means anything, but there's a shirt here, a water bottle. There's water in the bottle. There's like children's toys, like all broken. Like, alright, that's creepy. This is the middle of the woods. There should be nothing here. I'm so confused. Alright, other than the shirt and like the toys and stuff, there's nothing else here. I walked like all around the car, but I don't see anything else. That's all that's here. Is there anybody here? Guys, I think I just heard something. I'm starting to get creeped out here. It's getting dark out, so yeah, I'm not coming back here anymore.
People in the comments started questioning him and being like, why did you go alone at night? That seems really sketch. Maybe he's just very brave. But if you heard in the video, we hear a little girl kind of whisper from a distance, do you want to play a game?
Is there anybody here?
Also arguably very creepy whether it's real or not. Then he goes randonauting again, and this time he sets his intention to try to find answers about the car. And this is what he finds.
It literally gave me a location on the same trail as the car. On maps, the location is just like a little bit further down the trail than where the car is, so I'm gonna go check it out. Okay, well, we're here. This is just as creepy, if not creepier than the car. So much shit in here. Looks like an old building. There's like a window there. What the fuck? It looks like a cross. Bag. A SIM card. Wait, so we found a cross, a picture, SIM card. That shit. If there's any pictures on the SIM card that I found, I'll put them in another.
So as you saw in the video, he finds an SD card, he finds this weird drawing, and he finds these sticks in the form of a cross in this little building thing. And then he makes another TikTok about what is on the SD card, and it looks like there's 3 photos and a video. Here it is.
So I looked through the SD card that I found when I was randonauting, and there actually was stuff on the card. I'm genuinely still kind of like freaked out about what I saw on it, but I'm also like really confused. There's only 3 pictures and 1 video on the card, but one of the pictures and the video are both pretty scary. The video is only a couple seconds long anyway, and there's nobody talking, there's nobody in it. But at the end, the video starts to like cut out, and I think you can hear somebody crying. Here's the footage from when I went through the card. Alright, let's see what's on the card. So it looks like there's 3 photos and 1 video on the card. I'm gonna get them off the computer and onto my phone so then you guys can have a better look at them.
If he hadn't made all these follow-up videos, I actually might have believed him, but now I'm suspicious because it all seems way too set up and just way too convenient. He could have very easily set up those photos, made those photos and put it on an SD card. He could have planted all of those things at the site. Very, very easy to set up. And I think if you really found all that stuff, you might have turned it into the police at this point. Maybe just because it's really creepy and they're just an abandoned car in the middle of nowhere also might have something to do with a missing persons case. It just seems really weird that he didn't tell any sort of authority about it as far as we know, and it just all seemed way too convenient and way too set up. For this, I think that the original video where he went randonauting, I do think that was real, and I think he was excited that it went viral, so as we do, we make similar videos to it. And I think that video in particular, I think the noise might have been real as well. We don't know, I don't necessarily think it was a paranormal noise, but he heard something that was kind of creepy and then he was just in that spot alone, so that was really scary. I do think he genuinely went randonauting by himself and that's what he found. I think the subsequent videos, I think were just to add to it and keep getting views and making more videos on it. Nothing really wrong with that. I mean, people do that all the time where they make stuff, but people do feel tricked, I guess, when they try to say that it's real when it's not. It's kind of, yeah, it's a gray area. I think for the little girl saying, do you want to play a game? That's some audio editing for you. You could set that up easily. I could think of explanations for that. Here's another reason I think that that's at least partially made up. This same user had another video go even more viral, 17 million views. And I don't know if you've seen it or not, I will play it, but he is at work doing the night shift and he sees something really creepy in the security camera, and the video is him on the phone with the police.
There's literally somebody outside like dragging a bag at my work. No, sorry, I'm just recording in case something happens. I can't see his face. Where's he going? He's literally running down to the door. He's coming up to the door right now. See? Oh my fucking god! He's outside the door. He's outside the door right now. No, there's nowhere to hide in here. It's just this one room. The door, yeah, the door is locked, but oh my fuck! He's like behind the building now. Can you just get here, please, really?
So in a part 2, he explains what happened and explained that he was calling the police, and the police came and searched the area for the person, but they couldn't find anyone, and they sent him home so that he was safe since they couldn't find him. He said that in the bag that this person was dragging along the road was just clothes, and some of them had some blood on them. I don't know why you'd be dragging a bag of clothes across the road if it wasn't that heavy. Clothes are not that heavy. If it was just clothes, why was he dragging it? That's one reason I don't believe this. The second reason is that he's supposedly on the phone with 911, but we don't hear anybody on the phone. And I think if he had his phone up there recording, yeah, even if he's on his work phone, even if he's like on a landline phone and he's recording with his cell phone, I still think we would hear a voice in the distance of the dispatcher on the other line. The audio's too good. I personally think that we would hear that. I couldn't find one news story about this, and you'd think if this was real and there was a real person like that, they couldn't find a person of interest like that carrying a bag of bloody clothes, it'd be all over the news. There was one Yahoo article just about the TikTok viral video, but no follow-up or no proof that it really happened. And then you'd think that if your first instinct when something scary like that happens and you're panicking out of your mind because you think you might die, you'd think that your first instinct wouldn't be to pull out your phone and start videotaping everything that's happening. Or if that is your instinct and you do naturally react like that, I guess a lot of us do nowadays, why didn't he record any of all these police officers that came to his rescue to search? Why did he not think he would have been a little calmer by the time the police came? So why wouldn't he have taken out his phone and just videotaped all the lights flashing outside and them searching for the guy? That just, again, it just seems way too convenient. Now, if I'm wrong and this is real, then I sincerely apologize because that would be extremely traumatic, but I'm not worried because I don't think it is. The last one is a username called ogashleystate. This one, kind of one of her earlier videos is her purse being pulled off the counter and she sees it from 2 different angles. So again, a pretty short clip. My first instinct when I saw that was fake. And this person has a ton of clips all over their TikTok of all the paranormal activity in their house. She has videos of knocking, things being pulled down, lots of objects being thrown about or pulled off of other objects. My favorite is a lot of the kitchen where the cabinets are opening and closing. One when she goes in and sees that like all the cabinets are open. So if you couldn't tell by now, I'm really sorry to burst anybody's bubble, but this one is, again, 100% fake. I think people underestimate just how easy it is for people to set things like this up, especially objects moving. Think about it. You can set up the camera precariously so that you don't see everything in the shot. The clear strings can be put on door handles and then somebody way off camera can pull them open and shut. Things coming off of the counter could be somebody on the other side pushing it. I know we saw it from 2 different angles, but it could still be somebody off screen or a string or some sort of device that they made. It's really not that hard. And again, for this one, it just seems way too frequent, way too obvious, way too over dramatic. I think if you're really haunted, and at least from what I have heard, it's way more subtle than that, and you often don't even know it at all if you are haunted. I just can't believe this one. It just seems way over the top and way too fake. Again, no hate to the user. I don't judge people who want to get views on TikTok. It, pays the bills. No judgment here. I just want everybody to remember that always assume that something is staged or a hoax until proven otherwise. Plus, according to real paranormal investigators that I've watched on TikTok, or even some that I've met in real life and talked to, this is not how paranormal activity works. According to paranormal experts, paranormal activity like that in the home is actually very rare. It's rare that you see anything at all, let alone something so obvious and something moving so much. All this stuff that we see on TikTok and all over the internet is really not what real paranormal investigators experience. Real paranormal investigators do go to haunted places and they have all their devices and they test things, but they also, they go from skepticism. They work off the assumption that the orbs in the camera are dust, or they try to explain away everything they can until there's no other explanations. They themselves aren't like confirmation bias looking for everything that could possibly be a ghost. And even if I don't really believe in this stuff, I do actually respect their jobs for that, and I do think that sounds like a really cool job. And just remember, most of all, most importantly, people will go to extraordinary lengths to go viral. And even if they go viral by accident and it's something authentic, a lot of the times they're going to follow up with similar videos because they got so many views from the other ones. So they're gonna set up new stuff in order to keep going viral. It's very normal. It's a natural human thing to do. Just like anybody on YouTube, if their video does well, they're gonna make other good videos like it. I do it too. It's just a normal thing to do. So again, no hate to anybody that sets up fake videos. It does suck when we're bamboozled, but I think it's just because people then feel dumb and they feel gullible when they believed it in the first place, and that's why they get mad. I don't think they're really mad at the person. They're more mad at themselves. So if you guys have any haunted TikTok accounts that you want me to analyze or look at or decide if it's real or fake for myself, please send them to me or tag me on TikTok. Send them to me wherever. Even the few that I am like a maybe on, I'm still really skeptical and I still usually assume that it's fake. I couldn't really find even one convincing thing on this list except for that haunted house I think is a maybe, and the second video that that Rubik's Cube posted 6 years ago on his YouTube. That is the only other one that I think maybe some merit as to something creepy going on. So comment down below, let me know what you think. If you guys could throw this video a like, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end, and I will see everybody